Vinny.
What the hell? Robert in the house.
How are we doing, everybody?
Evening all. Hello,
What's up, my
hello.
brothers?
Zippy, why are you in chat?
Yeah,
seriously.
come on. Why aren't you
Why
on,
are you
Zip?
not in
What's
here?
going on, bro?
Come on,
Waiting
Zip.
for you. Anyway, hello everybody. We are back, and yes, I'm still in my public toilet. I'm still in an envelope. Zip, Rabbit. That's like some really kinky latex fetish going on
I was
there.
going to say, he looks like he's in some sort of boudoir in the red light district in Amsterdam. Well, not like I know what any such place would actually look like. It's just I'm just going on what people have told me, all right? Before anyone
I just can't show y'all anything from the desktop down, so we're good.
Dear.
Check out my dope shirt, though.
Yay! Show everyone, Rabbit. Rabbit's finally got his team shirt. There we go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, boy.
So we'll say to everybody, hello to everybody in the comments. Everybody in the chat.
Everybody.
How we doing, everyone?
What's up, Leaguers?
It's the Phantom Wanker in tonight. Yeah.
How you doing, brother? You got Zippy in there.
Lots of wankers.
Vape Underground.
Steve, John, Lucy,
Marmite Bunny.
we can save that for a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely save it, just in case.
But just so everybody can see it, we are not joking. This is going to happen.
Steel jar of Marmite, 1 spoon.
What? What's he going to do?
He's going to try Marmite for the first time
on live. But y'all got to see all the cool stuff I got sent over here from y'all from over on the other across the pond.
Swag bag.
What do y'all call these? Are these crisps?
Space Raiders. Crisps,
Yeah, crisps. Yeah.
So I got some pickled crisps, boy.
I like the beef ones.
I actually already ate all the beef ones.
Yeah, the beef ones are fire, bro. That's why. The beef
They're all
ones
gone.
Beef ones are awesome. That was my staple diet in the 90s.
Got some of them dip dabs, boy.
Yeah. That's proper nostalgia from my youth. That is.
We used to have these over here. They were called something Fun Dip, I think. It's very similar. Parma violets.
Ah, nice.
See, I don't like them.
Which I'm good with. Marmite is the devil's shit. Nice.
Wham!
Wham!
Oh man, Wham bars are nice.
Wham bars are they are the absolute bollocks. Like I absolutely love them. Who remembers seeing a Wham bar like on the floor with loads of ants crawling all over it in the summer when they were a kid? You don't see that anymore. Curly Wurtley. Oh my god.
Actually, I had one of these yesterday. I loved it, man. It reminds me of the Blackjack bubblegum when I was a kid.
Yeah, blackjacks are the bomb. Like, you know, them and fruit salads when I was a kid were like chomp bar. Yeah. Do you remember when they used to be 5p, 10p or whatever?
I can remember 10p.
And I ate one of these yesterday. Oh my god!
She's just enough to give your kids a treat.
Dude, that is amazing.
Did they send you any crunchy bars?
I got a nougat.
Ah, nougat, yeah, nugget, yeah.
And then I got this thing right here is amazing. That's like the best dark chocolate I've ever tasted.
Bourneville is nice. It is really, really nice.
But I'm gonna actually try the chomp bar right now with everybody on here because I haven't tried it yet. Yeah. So we're gonna give it a go.
You can ask Pat about the crunchy bars, bro. I can't believe they didn't that you didn't get any crunchy bars. If I'd have known, I'd have made sure because everybody loves them.
Oh, nice. That's a good caramel.
Yeah, it's nice.
I got to eat it slow so people can hear the smacking.
Welcome to the League of Extraordinary Eaters.
Yeah,
extraordinary snackers.
Extraordinary sugary snack eaters.
Yeah, those chomps are good, man. I think the fudge is probably my favorite, but I'm excited to try the curly whirly.
So what's everybody vaping on tonight? What's
I better go first. There's rabbits chomping, aren't I? I'm on the new Fetch Pro, the 18650 one.
Fetch.
The brand new one that just brought out when it takes the 18650. It's rather nice.
Hey, Vinny, real quick, what coil are you using?
I've got the 0.4 in.
Is it the RPM, or did you try the new one yet?
I've tried the new one, and it's a bitch. It don't like wicking.
But that thing is fucking massive, bro.
I've dropped Smock a message. The conical coils don't seem to be wicking very well. I keep getting dry hits after about 5 pulls.
Oh, that sucks.
So I'm seeing what's going on with that. I think there might be some issues going on. But other than that, the 0.4 is handling normal liquids really, really well. And replaceable tip as well. And the pod and everything. Yeah. And anyway, on there, I'm vaping some Vaporoni Mango Magic. It's a juice line I'm reviewing as well. I'm sampling prior to a review anyway. I'm also on the Smock Mag P3. And on top of that, I've got my Fatality. Probably doubled the value of the setup by sticking that RTA on there, but there we go. And again, some Vaporoni Twisted Fruits. I'm actually enjoying fruit flavors at the minute, which is most unlike me.
Nice.
Andy, avert your eyes. And I'm on my Purge Twisted King.
Nice. Oh, that's nice. I like that splatter.
And yeah, but I haven't got an RDA to match it, so I've got my drop on there at the minute.
Out of all of the Purge tubes, the Twisted and the King are kind of like my favorite ones of the actual, just the straight tubes, if you know what I mean, without the ones that had like the top.
Yeah.
The just solid tubes. I used to have the Twisted and I had the King. But that was before the Twisted King came out.
I'm enjoying it. It's nice.
I like the Back to Basics ones. That one was nice too.
Yeah, I've had all of the Back to Basics, to be honest, apart from the V4, which was originally the truck, I believe. But,
I still got my V200. I got a few.
Yeah, you got the brass one off me. Then I had the Chameleon green one. Then I had the Back to Basics V1. And then I like all of the 18650 ones and a lot of the 2700 ones when they came out. I had quite a lot of them. I used to really like my Purge mods. I haven't used any in a while though.
And on there, I've got some Dark Star Gamer Scones.
Nice. That sounds good to me.
It's actually a really, considering it's a one-shot thing that you just mix yourself and leave to steep, it's not bad.
Nice.
It's really not bad at all.
Nice.
Okay, Andy's gone again. So what are you using, Rabbit, tonight?
I was about to say, what are you using, Andy? Okay, actually, I got a few things tonight. I'm running the OG Fetch with the Sad Boy Strawberry Blood in the 6 milligram. I've had this in here for like 2 weeks, and I'm still on the same bottle. Like this stuff, it just lasts. My coils aren't burning up. Like this is some cool shit, man. And I'm running a regulated mod today because I was running around with my boys. I got my Minikin V3S with the fingerprint technology, and it's got the new Falcon 2 on it. But I'm dripping my Corn Puff cereal milk in there by Basic.
Yeah.
I actually love this juice. And then I'm using the Buffalo, something different.
Nice.
My buddy Zippy sent this over with the care package. I actually kind of dig it, man. It's different. I like the silver and the Ultim, and it actually hits pretty good, man. I own a lot of mechanical mods, and I've been using this one a couple of days now, and I really like it.
They do hit pretty hard.
Yeah,
it's really, really comfy in the hand as well, isn't it?
It is.
I feel like it was one of them mods that they underpriced it. If you get what I mean, like I think they could have asked a bit more money for that, and maybe that would have done them.
Oh, absolutely, because it's actually really well made. I love how it has that top cap design where it screws down into that bottom piece.
Yeah, it's like a telescopic type deal.
So you can run 2650s and 18650s and 2700s and 21.
Versatile. I mean, what's the price point on those, Vinny? I don't know how much they are.
Retailing in the UK for about £90.
Yes, they're affordable.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's good value.
El Fernandez that designed them. He actually designed that mech for Ceres Vape.
I know y'all noticed the hat.
People in the chat did. Apparently, someone's got the same hat as well.
So I'm rocking that white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. I'm not really
That sounds nice.
I'm not a berry guy, man. Honestly, like I'm not a huge raspberry guy, but this is phenomenal.
I like blue raspberry a lot.
This legit tastes like you're eating a piece of white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. Like you get the graham cracker crust. It's buttery. It's smooth. It's creamy. I really like it.
Nice.
But yeah, that's me. What are you doing? What are you vaping on, Andy?
I'm on the Topside SQ, which I actually really like. Got an Apocalypse on top there. Inside this, I've got some Syntax from Prohibition.
I love Syntax.
Yeah, I really find it hard not to like any of Prohibition's juice, really, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, I really like this mod. Obviously got my favorite, the Apocalypse on top there. Half Moon drip tip as always. I've got one of my super rare grips that I don't really use that much. Again, Apocalypse gears 25 on top of a Half Moon drip tip. Not much change there, but just trying something a little different. I've got one of these new 3D printed Suicide hogs, the Suicide and the Vapors Cloud sort of collab hog, which, yeah, it's okay. I've got to say I prefer my other hog, but you know, it's different, that's for sure. On top, my favorite big RDA, the Elite V2, and obviously again a hard blue tip. I love the Elite V2 of all the big RDAs. It's my favorite. I love it. But I know everybody likes different stuff, so you know, but that's just me. And in that, I'm on some Sad Boy butter cookie and
best lemon ever made.
The lemon, yeah, I love that. I absolutely love it. And then I've got some Black Market from Prohibition in my grip, which I was kind of, when I first tried it, I didn't really like it as much as the others, but now I absolutely love it. Yeah, I've like gone the other way on it. At first, I was like, it's a bit too much, a bit too rich, but now, yeah, I really like it. Yeah, you're right, Vape Underground. It is yet again just another hog. You know,
Savage.
Totally agree.
Yeah, of course, it's just another hog dressed up differently, much like the Stabwood ones, much like all the other ones, but it is what it is. And
does the plastic come off it, Andy?
Not as far as I'm aware. I'm not going to tell.
Stabwood ones come out, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't tried. I mean, when you take the battery door off, you can actually see that. Let me see. Can you see the inside of that there? You can actually see that it's lined. It's all metal alley, I believe, inside. So yeah. I don't believe because the lip of the plastic goes over the metal, so I don't think you would be able to get it off without damaging it. Which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is.
It's basically the same internals, though. That's what Vape Underground just said.
Yeah, still the same internals. What I do like, though, compared to the graphite one that I've got, this one's already got the soft spring in it, so you don't have to be Iron Man to push it. Jesus Christ. I mean, like, literally, it is so hard to push on the other one. I need to just stop being lazy and change the spring, really. But you know,
I never do that.
I can't be bothered. You know, it literally is just a hog with a different covering on it. It's no different. If I'm going to nitpick, I can see a little couple of bits of bare metal on the top plate on the top plate there, and I don't believe that the markings, that the engravings, whatever you want to call it, are distinct enough. You can't really make out what they are. That's my only sort of gripe with it. Other than that, it's just a hog. It says hammer on one side. I don't even know what it says on the other side, so you can't even make it out.
Is it that bad? You can't even read it? Jesus.
I can't.
Yeah, it does look a bit.
Yeah. The reason is because of how rough the finish is on the 3D printing. You know, like your Rebel vape. I know we don't want to bring that up again, but you know, like how smooth their 3D printing is, though. If it was like that, and then it had the indented, you know what I mean, stuff, then you'd be able to see it clearer. But because it's a rough finish, then it's not. Yeah, it is a shame for 150 quid. I mean, look, you know, I might have just had one that's a bad one, but you know, it is what it is.
It is.
You pay your money, you take your chance, you know.
Yeah.
Right, no, right. What?
I was going to start kick us off with this topic that we've slightly discussed.
Let's do it.
Me and Rabbit have got differing views on it. It's the whole pod thing. I've had quite a few messages to my page, people expressing things about pods and pod systems and how they're changing the industry for the negative, and the word that juice lines are going to stop doing mech-friendly juices, 70-30s, 80-20s, and it's all going to be 50-50s because of pods. My argument is I don't run 50-50s in pods anyway, so I can't really see it altering.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I think it's just a load of bollocks myself.
Yeah, and what people aren't seeing is obviously this market is saturated with pods. We all know that, but there's a reason for that.
They're popular.
They're popular and they're bloody damn easy to use.
Cheap,
for the smoker that's turned into vaping, why not get a pod? It's just so easy to use. I don't agree with pre-filled and closed pods and things like that. Yeah. They should be on the market. But your open pods, yeah, I don't see an issue, really.
So my thing is, there's a huge difference, in my opinion, between pods and AIOs. In AIO, you can use different coils to run salts in like you can a pod. But a pod system is specifically for nic salts and 50-50s and stuff like that, and you can't really run regular juice in it. To me, that's an AIO.
And stuff like that.
Like, to me, that's not a pod system, Vinny. It's an AIO, just like the fetch is an AIO. Now,
I actually agree with Rabbit on that. That's not a pod system. That's an AIO. It is.
Yeah, it's an 80-watt mod that you can put an 18650 in, and you can run 3 milligram in it. Like it's an AIO. It's an all-in-one. It's not the same thing as a pod to me. A pod system to me is like the Smock Nord, the Novo, the things like that. The smaller Select and stuff like that. If you have a screen where you can adjust wattage, some of them hold batteries, some of them don't. Things that you can run like a 3 milligram 80-20 or 70-30 in. To me, that's an AIO, and I believe we have a place for those because they're small devices that hit good that you can get people off cigarettes with. But I do not think pods are the same thing. Like I honestly am not for pod systems, but I am for AIOs. So it's kind of a thin line if you know what I'm saying.
No, I actually agree with you there, Rabbit, on that one. There is a big difference between a dual pod system or the Stigs type ones and, you know, them kind of closed ones and what people are now calling pod systems, which actually are, in fact, all-in-ones. You know, it's like that's like calling the billet box a pod system. It's not a pod system. You know, you can use different types of coils, different types of bridges. It's not a closed system, you know, so it's one of them things.
I think my problem is in my head, I've been around a long time, so I've kind of seen the evolution of things. Yeah. And I guess in my head, when I hear someone say pod, I automatically focus on joules and the pre-filled disposables and things like that. Yeah, and to me, when the joules and the pre-filled disposables and things like that came onto the market, it kind of directly affected our regular vape community, which we already had in process. And I feel like I think that has a lot to do with the issues we're having because they're so easily hidden. It's something that you can hit, 3 or 4 quick times in the bathroom and you get a head rush. Like it's one, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. Now, if you're using an AIO, something that's going to put off a bigger cloud, it's still small and it's compact. So it's something that you can keep in your pocket. But when you hit it, someone's going to see it. Like, that thing's been hit. Like my Fetch and these new Fetch Pros, they hit like a freaking freight train. And a lot of the newer AIOs do. I like the AIOs. I'm just not a fan of the pods. I feel like anything that you can hit and blow out and you don't see anything, it's easier for these kids to hide them and get a head rush and buzz off of them.
Yeah.
And they're sitting in class vaping them like it's crazy. But if you hit one of these in class, they're going to fucking see it.
Yeah.
Like,
the way I see it, the distinction for me is literally the whole thing of like, do you take off the whole thing and throw it away, the pod, or do you just change the coil? If you just change the coil, that's not a pod system, right? That's completely, do you know what I mean? Like, that's the distinction for me, because, you know, that's the whole point. The pod is a sealed unit and it's disposable. And that's the point of it, is you use it until the coil burns out, then you throw it away. Whereas the other ones, they might look like pod systems, but in fact, they are actually just regulated mods that you can change the coils in.
So Smoke Nord 2 is an AIO.
Pardon?
Smoke Nord is an AIO then.
There's a couple of them. There's a couple of them that cross over.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a hybrid, maybe. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know,
like it's a mix. Like it's a little bit of both. Because you can get Nord coils and run 70-30 and 80-20 in them.
Yeah.
So like, I guess technically it would
go with the Orion.
Yeah.
The Orion DNA. I mean, like, you know, I can run that at 40 watts and I can blow big clouds with that, you know? Even but then again, saying that, the same with the Mi pod. That wasn't like strictly, that was like a, how can I say, for me, it was like a restricted lung hit. It wasn't mouth to lung device. But I think now the distinction, do you know what I mean? With pods, they go for the lower wattage now, you know, rather than the higher and stuff. So I think that there is a difference. And although I can see both of your points on it, I do think that, you know, if you can change the coil out, it kind of stops being a pod, because that's the whole thing that makes it a pod, is that it's a pod with the coil in it that's disposable.
And I honestly feel like our problem is that we lost condensation along the way. Like, we've blurred the lines so much that it's hard for people that don't know anything about our industry to decipher what's actually being used. Because to them, it's just, they're all vapes. Like, they don't understand that there's just so many different styles of vaping, and we all use all these different things, you know, for whatever reasons we use them for. It's not all the same. Like, and I think that's the biggest problem, is we've gotten away. Like, it's hard to educate people on what's the difference when a lot of our companies don't even know. Like, they're releasing stuff and it's like, you know, the new pod mod, and it's like not even a pod mod. It's an 80-watt mod that has an adjustable screen on it that you can run coils. They make rebuildable sections for, but they're calling it a pod mod. Like, that's our problem. We have to have.
Well, I think that what they're doing there,
things and stick to them. I think.
Yeah, but do you not think that this is what some companies might be doing as a bit of a marketing ploy? Not saying anyone, you know, we're not saying anyone in particular, but you know, getting an AI, because pod systems are so popular at the moment. So get an AIO and call it a pod, and then people that are after pod systems, they'll come up in that category when they're looking on a website, or if they buy online or whatever. Then the AIOs are coming up in the pod section categories. So, you know, that's maybe where some of the confusion's coming across. Maybe it is just a marketing ploy, you know?
And what do you think about the juices side of it?
About the what?
The juice side. Obviously, people are concerned that juices are not going to be keeping made in high ratio VG and more than 50/50s.
Yeah, there's people out there that think the world's flat as well. And, you know, I think they're fucking stupid.
I legit don't believe we need salt, Nick. That's just my opinion. This is not the opinion of all the leaguers. This is not an LXV statement.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion as well. No, I agree.
If y'all have an issue with it, you can email me personally, twisted.rabbit@mail.com. I do not think we need salt nicks. I don't. I think they fucking helped hurt this industry. I think that we were perfectly fine with 18 and 12 milligram for people that were trying to quit. And they can still use those juices in the smaller devices and get the nicotine they need to quit smoking. They don't need the salt nick. They don't need the highly condensed, compressed version of nicotine that's going to give people a fucking head rush and a buzz all the time. Like, if you just want to quit smoking, guess what? We can help you, because I did it for 22 years and I haven't had a cigarette in well over 6. So we can quit with what we have. And I don't vape salts. It's just, I just never have. I started on a fucking 18. I worked my way down to a 3, and I'm stuck at a 3. Every once in a while, I'll grab a 6 and throw it in something smaller so I can hide it in my pocket when I'm out in the family.
I don't even do that, bro. I like literally, I just stick it. I've been at 3 milligram for like 4 years now, and that's it. You know, like anything more than that, I've tried salts and stuff. 10 milligrams about all I can handle, but for me, I don't know. Like I get proper cravings then again for nicotine, which I don't get when I'm using regular. But you know, I get proper cravings, you know, and I just think that it's just the way that the nicotine. I don't know. It must be absorbed better. I haven't really looked into it too much. All I know is I did a couple of weeks of just salts and nothing else, and I was getting bad cravings that I don't usually get.
I do.
And I want to say something to the comment real quick. Caleb, I know you do, buddy. And I'm telling you, if you got an 18 milligram and you ran it in that thing, it would hit just as fine. You're still going to get the head rush. Like, you don't you don't need the 50. Like, everyone thinks they need this 50 milligram. You don't. Like, it's a mental thing. Like 80% of our vaping our nicotine milligrams are based off mentality. Like I vaped a 6 for the longest time, man. I was so scared to drop to a 3. I was like, there's no way I can do it. And my old boss at a shop I used to work at, he did it for me. He didn't tell me. For 2 weeks, I vaped a 3 and thought it was a 6. I had no idea. But because I thought it was a 6, it worked fine. And then he came out after a couple weeks. He said, dude, you've been vaping a 3 this whole time. And I finally was like, wow. And I just
psychological
3. It was all
placebo
in my head.
Effect, bro. Yeah, placebo. It's like a placebo type effect, you know. It's psychological, and it's like the first time that I ever seen Nick Salts was at Expo 2 years ago in May, and that was like when they first started appearing, and everyone was dripping them, like you know what I mean, in RVAs and stuff, like, and going, "Come on, see if you can take a hit off it and not fall over," basically, you know.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Looking back now, I'm thinking, you know, it was pretty stupid what we were doing, but we didn't know any different. You know, nobody told us that, you know, like sub-ohming Nick Salts is actually can be toxic and make you sick. Yeah. You know, nobody told us that. But, you know, I've tried 10 milligram, tried the 20s. I've even tried some of the higher ones from across the pond and that, you know. But for me, I just always go back to 3 milligram, and that's me. You know, I just always go back to it. And the point that I make is, so if you're smoking cigarettes, right, what's the nicotine content of a cigarette? 13 milligram, 11 milligram, something like that, isn't it? It's like 11 milligram, right? So why?
Yeah, around 11.
So with a better delivery system, right? Why would you need more nicotine? Why?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's more effective. You know, we absorb more of it through vaping than we do through smoking. So why do you need a stronger? It just doesn't.
Andy, it's actually the other way around.
Huh?
Yeah, and Caleb nailed that shit. Caleb just nailed that shit, man. I've known this kid for a long time. He's a really good friend of mine. He's like a little brother. He used to vape 3 all the time. He's actually one of the best trickers in vaping. Like he was really big into he was sponsored by a lot of huge companies. He did a lot of great trick videos. Like he's a good kid. And he vaped 3 for a long time. And then Saltnik, I remember when Saltniks came around and he started getting these little pod systems because they were easy and they were something easy to carry around. Now that's all he vapes because those high milligrams will suck you in. And once you're used to that little head rush and that buzz, now you're hooked. It's the same fucking thing that the cigarettes did to us. Like it's the same concept.
I'll say on that, I've quit salts. I have got some coming to review, so I'm going to end up doing it again anyway, and then I'll end up quitting them again. Yeah. But I was doing 20 milligram. And like Andy said, cravings. I was getting cranky when I couldn't vape. I was actually getting cranky, and I've never had that before. Yeah, and I put it on my page. I did a little poll thing.
I mean, I can go 4 or 5 hours without vaping, you know, easy, and not be worried about it, you know. Like, say I'm somewhere where I can't vape all day, you know, and I'm all right, and I just get out. And I, you know, and I'll just vape like normal. And it's not like I'm really craving, like I'm trying to get out of the door. It's all in mind, like the gazebo effect.
That's what I'm pissing me off. I think it means placebo.
Yeah. Yeah, gazebo is something you have like in your garden or something, you know, like above your fucking hot tub or shit.
Yeah, I had a gazebo effect.
Autocorrect. Sorry. Yeah. Blame autocorrect, Alex. Yeah. You blame that. We believe you. Don't worry.
Those damn gazebos. Those gazebos will make you vape more than anything.
Yeah. Man, don't. Gazebo.
Alex is like, fuck you guys. Yeah, as soon as I step out on my back porch and see that gazebo, man, I start vaping. Alex, we love you, bro. That was a good one. You just shut down LXV's live feed.
You actually managed to shut me up. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, that was awesome.
Love it. Love it. Gazebo effect. That's going to be like the new slogan. Hashtag gazebo effect.
I'm going to get a t-shirt made with a gazebo on the front.
Effect, yeah.
Under it. I think Vinny's dead.
No, he's just trying to get near that glory hole.
Oh, that was funny.
But yeah. So, fuck you, twat.
Vinny's literally crying.
Alex, you left out Ginger. He's a ginger twat. He's not just any old twat.
Yeah, he's not just a regular twat.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that's the first time we shut down the live feed with laughing.
Best one's my mum. She gets done over with autocorrect all the time, and she's a fucking English teacher. An English teacher with a phone that's got fucking spell check on it, and I have to, and it's like I need the fucking Enigma machine to decode what she's saying. It's like, what the fuck?
That's so good.
Oh dear. The gazebo effect.
Oh,
It sounds like a Tom Cruise movie.
oh, Jesus.
Fuck's sake.
The newest Tom Cruise movie, A Gazebo Effect. Coming this fall to theaters near you. Man, that's a good one.
See, I'm just laughing at Vinny laughing.
Yeah, Vinny's killing me.
Yeah, I know. It's doing it. I keep stopping and go, right, okay then. I look up like that and Vinny's there dying still.
Oh, I needed that, Alex. Thank you.
Cheers, Alex. Anyway, moving on. Gazebo effect with Morgan Freeman.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Morgan Freeman. Oh, that was good.
Yeah. So basically, pods and AOIs are different. Gazebos and placebos are definitely fucking different. And Vinny's definitely different.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Oh, dear.
Oh, God.
That one hurt.
I keep trying to take a break, but I keep laughing.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I can't read the chat. I need to block the chat.
Yeah, stop reading the chat.
Alex, that was awesome. Fair play.
That was a good one.
So
where were we?
Yeah, Nick's
gazebo over there at all. That's the thing.
Where were we? We were under a gazebo somewhere. So Nick saw to the devil along with foosball.
Yeah.
And you know, basically, we don't need them in our industry, you know, and it's just you on the screen, bro.
I can't stop.
Oh, that was funny.
Ethan has just come in with a question there for you, Nathan. It says, so Nathan, why does your Facebook page say Rabbit Hole Vaporium say e-cigarettes on it? Is that something you have to put up there now, or has it always been there? Are they making all shops do that?
It's always been like that. It has to be. It's either that or tobacco shop, and I'm not putting tobacco shop. There is no option for vape. There just isn't. So it's either e-cigarettes or tobacco shop, and I'm not putting tobacco shop.
Don't start him off, John.
No, no more. No more. No more. Nope.
So much I've started dry hitting now.
Yep. No more. No more. Vinny, you're not allowed to touch the comments no more. I will put them up on the screen. No more.
Oh, Jesus.
Vinny's legit dying.
Oh, I need a minute.
A minute?
Well, here we go. Just kidding.
Right.
China, right?
Oh, God.
We're trying to get our wits back about us.
Yeah.
Bear with us. Vinny, don't look at the comments. Stop looking.
Look.
Click on the banner.
What's going on? Is the expo, is it London Expo next weekend? Is it next weekend? Or this weekend coming? Is that
Next weekend. Next weekend.
Right, okay.
That's awesome.
Yes, they've confirmed the floor plan now, and I can't see that. Who's there? Smocker pulled out.
Click on the banners button, and you watch the banners, and I'll watch the comments.
All right, that's a good idea. Yeah, Smocker pulled out of the expo because obviously I think it's more to do with the coronavirus than anything else.
Probably.
But I think there'll be more to do that as well, because I think there's a few other companies that are supposed to be coming over, so I think they'll pull out as well. Oh, I'm trying so hard not to laugh.
You're good.
But yeah,
You're good.
Yeah, it's very light on hardware. Is the expo? That's all I'll say. It's not me.
I know that Joey from Prohibition, he's in the UK already, and I know he's going to be there. I don't know really who else or whatever. I haven't even looked at the floor plan because I'm not going. So it's
a lot of juice. There's a lot of juice there.
Is it going to be? I think it's going to be a lot like the Manchester one. Then maybe.
Yeah, there was a lot of juice at the Manchester one as well. It's a shame that one didn't take off, because I enjoyed that.
Why? Because it was only a little drive for you.
Well, no, it wasn't just that. It was the whole thing. There was tattooists, there was beer people there, and everything, and cars. And
yeah, so it wasn't just strictly vaping. There was all kinds of stuff going on there as well.
Lifestyle.
Right, got you. Yeah.
And you had tattooists in there doing live tattoos. You could go get a beard trim from the Bearded Rapscallion Company, all sorts of things. It was. I took the wife, and she loved it, and she can't stand Expo. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean,
it reminded me of like the old expos where you get the fair rides in there and everything else like that. And
yeah, rather than
nice atmosphere. Yeah, people. Unfortunately, the companies didn't make the money back, but
everybody had a good time.
Oh yeah,
everyone who went loved it.
The old ones were awesome, man.
The way I see it, though, is even if they don't make the money back, they've paid for the thing. They're putting themselves out there. They're being a part of the community. And, that then, I think, will come back to them in spades. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, although they might not make the money back at the show, the amount of people that they'll, with brand awareness and stuff like that, making people aware of their brand and who they are and stuff like that. Okay, they might not buy something that day, right? But they might go home and order something straight away afterwards. So it's not a simple case of, all right, we didn't make all our money back. It really is an advertising thing, really, though, isn't it? You think about it,
I spoke to a lot of companies there, and even though they didn't sell a lot, the business to business there was absolutely amazing.
See, this is what I'm saying. You know, it's the networking and the contacts that you make and everything there, and that's why a lot of people go. You know, it's like last year there was a lot more people from over in America come over because, you know, they wanted to see what was going on over here and stuff like that, like you know, like different juice companies and other people. So it's not necessarily what they're trying to sell there and then at the time, but they've made business to business contact. Do you know what I mean? And the same with people like yourself that do reviews. They will. Well, you live in Birmingham, Zippy, so of course it's home. And yeah, you know, so there's a lot more to it. But yeah,
Got him.
Yeah, got Vinny again. But yeah, I haven't actually been to any other expos other than the Birmingham Vapor Expo. That beach was solid. Here in the States, I feel it's slipped a bit. The problem that we got with the Birmingham Vape Expo is the Friday that used to be just business to business. You can now buy a VIP ticket, so you can get in on the business to business side, and people then are trying to go around and get stuff at wholesale, and you actually have to ask them then for proof of their business. So, you know, like that was one of the things that I don't really agree with the whole VIP ones being allowed in on the Friday when it should just be business to business. I
totally agree with it. Totally agree with that. Yeah.
You know, because when you're dealing, you know, when you're working behind a booth or whatever, and, you know, you're doing stuff and someone comes up and they buy something, you don't have to be checking who do you work for, you know, what you know, if you've got a business card, what's your website, you know, you don't want to have to be going through that. You want to know that these people are just business people, you know, and that's that. But I love, you know, I say I love the Birmingham one, but it's the only one I've ever really been to. So
I've done a few others. I've done a few others, but Birmingham by far is the biggest here.
Well, I'm hoping I'm going to go to a couple in Europe this year, on the continent. You know, I want to go over and, you know, maybe check out a couple of the ones over there.
I feel like the older ones were way better. Like I feel like they've changed a lot in the past 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know that they have over with you because they stopped people being able to give stuff away, didn't they? Like, you know, they stopped you know, free stuff being able to be given to people that go to the expos and stuff like that. So I think that might have had a bit of a detrimental effect.
I don't disagree with it. I think you should support the companies. Maybe they could charge wholesale or something at the events, you know, something cheap.
Yeah, I totally get it. But, you know, a lot of it, though, people, they travel from a long way away. They pay a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? They stay in a hotel. They pay to get into the event. This, that, the other. You know, at our expo in Birmingham, you got a great big stage and people just throwing juice and whatnot into the crowd and people just catching it and stuff like that. You know, that's how it is. And people are always afterwards putting up pictures on groups and stuff. This is my haul from expo. And it's literally loads of stuff that they've all got. And the way they see that is they've got their money back in a way. Do you know what I mean? But really, also, they get to try products they wouldn't necessarily otherwise try because being given it for free, you might take a chance on trying it just in case rather than spending the full price on a whole like 100ml bottle or whatever and not liking it. So, you know, it's like a double-edged sword. I've got no time for freebie hunters and stuff like that. But when you stood there and people and owners of companies are throwing goods at you for free, that's not really freebie hunting as far as I'm concerned, you know, like
having it pushed on you. Let's be honest, sometimes
that's having it thrown down you, that's having it rammed down your throat, you know.
Yeah, I think what Nick's saying is that's why a lot of them, the ones that were free hunters, they're the ones that stopped going, so it kind of slowed down the US conventions and the event.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, you know, I can't remember who it was either Pat or Ariel that was on before, and they said about the Ariel.
He actually said that even if they're giving the free stuff out, when people get the juice, most of the time they'll try it anyway, and if they like it, they'll buy it.
Yeah.
Well, I can see, both ways. Obviously, it's a bit fucked up anyway. That's honest.
You know, I always find that if something like that happens, if there's a decline in numbers, you know what I mean, or something like that, there will normally be an explanation for it, and you know, there'll be something like that that's happened that will be causing it.
I actually was digging out through the garage the other day, cleaning stuff out, and I found a bunch of old boxes of vape stuff from back in the day. And I found a little, when you used to go to the comps and the events back in the day, Vapetasia, when they first were getting started, they used to throw these little sample bottles out. They were like 10 or 15 mil bottles.
That's what we have in the UK, the 10 mils, yeah.
And it was crazy. I found one of those bottles. I was like, holy shit, I remember that. It was a long time ago.
Like,
well, our last expo was actually going even smaller than that. Those little
like
size
that sort of size.
Yeah,
like that's one of our nicotine shots, that is, which is a 10 mil, 10 mil, 18 milligram nic shot.
Yeah, they used to chuck those out at the events.
That's what they did. That's exactly what they do at the expo still now. They chuck loads and loads and loads of them out. You can go up to the stalls and get, and they'll give you like a selection it's got like 10 mil of each one of their flavors. I had the Own Boy. They were like really strange flavors like dandelion and burdock and stuff like that, and elderflower and stuff like that. They were really nice though. I actually enjoyed them, and they were all in 10 mil, 0 nic, and just the samples. I didn't know. Yeah, look like that. Yeah,
testers.
Yeah, testers. But it's like Ethan just said before. It's hard to get people out of their comfort zone when it comes to juice. Now, I can tell you this for a fact that Paul Otaku, he would only before vape anything if it said that it was a drink flavor, right? Up until very recently, Paul would not vape anything else other than things like pink lemonade, blue slush, and this kind of stuff. And like him trying the King's collection, the lemon creams, and do you know what I mean, and the custards and everything like that, he's completely changed his outlook on juice. I mean, at the expo last May, I was like, this was one of the things. I was like, Paul, just pretend it's a drink flavor. Just pretend it's a drink flavor, and just drink it and just vape it, and try it. But yeah, now he is, he's come out of his comfort zone, and he's trying a lot of different stuff. And I said to him, I said, you are losing out. You're missing out on loads of great juices, loads and loads of great juices. Orange cream sickle. I don't know. I don't know what one that is.
Popsicle, I'm guessing.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like, I love dessert flavors. Dessert, bakery, whatever you want to call that. That's my thing. I'm not really that into drink flavors and stuff, but I wouldn't discount one just because it's a drink flavor. I try it, and see whether I like it, because that's the only way you'll ever know. Ask Rabbit about that one. I will do when he comes back. I think he's disappeared down. Either a farmer shot him or he's down a rabbit hole somewhere.
I was in the rabbit hole.
He went to get a carrot.
Yeah.
But yeah. Was it orange cream sickle? Orange cream sickle.
Oh man, yeah, that was a really, really good flavor. It tasted just like an orange cream pop when we were kids.
Yeah. I mean, I just think that, you have got to try with juices. I mean, nothing's really set in stone. You can try one, say, custard flavor from one company, and it'd be really dry tasting, and harsh. You've got a bit too much throat hit or whatever. Then you go and you try one from another company, and it's completely different. It's full of flavor, and it's a nice smooth vape. So, I love, like you, Rabbit, I love my dessert and bakery flavors. That's my, that's my thing. But not all of them are equal, like some are better than others. And that's the way it is. After about when I used to make it for me before regulations was my crack. I mean, now if anybody ever brings out a Marmite flavored vape juice, I'm going to have to go kill someone, because that's just wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's like making a bacon sandwich flavored vape juice. It's just like, no, I just don't get that at all. Custards, fruits, and desserts. I don't mind some fruit stuff. But I do love my bakeries and, like pastries and cheesecakes and, custards, apple pie and, stuff like that. I like them kind of flavors. Custards are really, are really my favorite.
That sounds really good. Cinnamon custard.
Cape Wild on cloud custard is amazing. It's a cinnamon custard. A good cinnamon custard is the King's Custard cinnamon custard. It's fucking great. Really, really good. But yeah. Come on then, Rabbit. Let's do this Marmite.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so my buddies from the UK sent me a bunch of nice sweets and things like that, but they also sent me a bottle of this shit, and I don't know what it is.
Yeast extract.
And I'm gonna taste it live on air right now. Oh.
I hope you like tasting stuff. No, actually, I don't.
All right, you can see I'm breaking the seal.
Don't sniff it.
Yeah, don't smell it, whatever you do.
Jesus, that's a good seal.
No, that's just the Marmite where it's stuck together. It's like it makes Gorilla Glue seem like nothing, like that stuff, bro.
Look, I'm only doing this because I love my viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Smell it. When you go past a brewery.
As y'all can see, that is fresh. I have not opened it, touched it. I waited for you guys.
You smell it, Rabbit. It smells like, when you go past a brewery and you can smell all that yeast and hops and everything. Can you smell it?
Oh.
It's actually one of my secret ingredients for my gravy that I make. I put a little tiny bit of Marmite in it, and it really does make it nice. You don't need a lot. It's a little tiny bit on some toast or something is what you want. You don't want a spoonful of like that there. Yeah, that'd do you about 4 slices of bread.
Oh. That smells fucking horrible. All right, here we go. Woo!
Is it on that fork?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so strong.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's really strong. Really strong. You need like a little type, like that amount would have covered a whole piece of bread. Easy.
Oh. Oh.
Look at him. He looks like he's just eating a Scotch bonnet or something.
Oh. Oh, it won't get out of my mouth.
It won't get out of my mouth. I know, it sticks to your tongue, bro. It's like literally.
Oh.
That stuff sticks like shit to a blanket, bro.
Oh. It's like stuck in the sides of my cheeks. Oh.
It won't come out of my mouth. It's stuck to the side of my cheeks. This is starting to sound very wrong, people.
Bro. Woo. It's like eating a cow's ass.
I will take your word for that. I will take your word for that.
Oh, my Lord. That is beefy.
Beefy. Now can you see why I said I put a little bit in the gravy for like a roast for roast beef and stuff? Like that's why. Yeah.
Oh, I need some of this candy. Oh yeah, chomp bar.
Chomp, quick chomp.
Chomp bar for the rescue.
We're all about vaping, people. Just remember that. We're just all about vaping. It's not.
Nice out there.
Oh man.
Yeah, what you need to do is you just need to put a little tiny bit of some buttered toast and just spread it out nice and thin, and it's so nice like that. So nice.
My Lord.
People say, Marmite, I love it or hate it. I'm indifferent. I like it sometimes.
Listen, I like Twiglets.
Listen, this is a standing applause for all you UK people that eat that shit.
But actually, it's even more popular in Australia, but they call it Vegemite.
Oh, is that what that is? It's straight Vegemite?
Basically, it's the same thing. The Australian version is called Vegemite.
Oh, so now I gotta make me a Vegemite sandwich.
Yeah, basically, it's that, So if you were Bogan, you'd be calling it Vegemite.
Yeah, I like Twiglets as well, but can't stand Marmite. Same flavour.
Oh, you fucking cunts. I'll sub your dick off.
Oh my God, is that supposed to be bogan?
That's the best I got, man. I just ate some Vegemite. I feel like the bogan. I'll sub your dick off.
Okay,
I'm gonna get a lot of shit over that one.
No.
I'm waiting for him to appear in chat. Come on, someone go tell him we're slagging bogan off.
That seems to happen quite a lot, doesn't it? If somebody mentions somebody like that and they suddenly pop up in chat and say, what do you say about me?
Yeah.
What's all this about?
I actually really like Bogan, man. He's cool,
so do
dude.
I. Bogan's cool.
I met him in where was it? Big show over here a couple years back. I want to say it was Foxwoods, maybe the last one they had at Foxwoods. He was a really cool dude, man.
Yeah, I mean,
He is, but his mech sucked.
Yeah, they do.
I think there was a attacker who actually commented that the Barfala is how his mech should have been.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. I like Bogan as well. I mean, like, I managed to get him on a live stream. Do you remember that, Vinny, when I got Bogan on a live stream at Expo a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
And I got him on a live stream. People on the group were asking him to do shout outs. He was just like, fuck off, you dickheads. And fucking, do you know what I mean? Just went completely off on a rant at everybody, like, you know, just as he does. But yeah, he's a cool guy, you know, and he's been on the Evo stand.
He's a big advocate too.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's a great advocate for vaping. You know, he actually gives a shit about the community, which is great. You know, but yeah, yeah, that was funny as fuck. Yeah, it was. But yeah, like. Marmite. So what's your opinion then, Rabbit? Like thumbs up, thumbs down?
Actually, honestly, it's very, very strong flavor. Like the flavor's super strong, but I could see like maybe a spoonful in like maybe a stew or something would make
that's what I'm saying, like for the gravy. That's what I do with it. That's what I use mine for.
So I'm gonna go in the middle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say up or down. I'm gonna go middle. I feel like it's something that you would love to hate.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, it's not bad.
If anyone else wants to send any food challenges, send them all to Rabbit, because I don't want to do none of that.
Yeah.
You need what?
Food challenges.
Oh, I don't mind. Honestly, I'm really big on trying different things. Like I love it. I love trying things from all over.
You're into experimenting, eh?
Oh yeah. I live my life a college dorm room at a time.
Oh, stop. Don't let me go again.
Yeah.
That's why Andy won't come over here and visit me, because he knows it's going to go way farther than a butt touch.
Oh, John Whitaker had to mention the mango challenge. He'll do the mango challenge when I send it to him.
That's why Paul's not on the. That's why Otaku's not on the show, because he's a big old snowflake that won't come on here and vape some mango. Plus, I know he's watching, so.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, Vaping sends it.
Who we had him? Oh, we better add him, haven't we?
Oh,
God dang
it.
Who invited this guy?
How are we all, man?
Hey, beautiful.
Oh, good, brother. You all right?
Yeah, man. Getting there.
Good. We just missed all the fun shenanigans.
No. I seen him eat the marmite. There wasn't enough on that fork, man.
Get the fuck out of here. That was like a fucking spoonful.
There was not enough on that fork.
Oh, where's your marmite at? Go grab it. I want to see you eat a spoonful of it.
I don't know if I've got any.
He's
I
like,
blame the gazebo effect myself.
oh, he sent it all to me. It was so gross, he sent it all to me.
Can't believe he didn't send you any crunchies. I mean, that's just wrong.
I'm going to actually try it on some toast and see what it tastes like.
Yeah. Oh, no, on toast is nice. Like, you know, it is nice.
Like I said, it's not a bad flavor. It's just a fucking aggressive flavor. Like it's super strong.
It's very intense.
Yeah, it is intense. I mean, literally, you just want a tiny little bit spread very, very thinly on your toast. Like, you know, That's it.
Right then, Rabbit. Get that fucking fork up.
No, I'm gonna. I got something I can
Back in 2 seconds.
Come on, dude.
No, I ain't doing that shit again.
No, come on.
No, it ain't happening.
Is this where Rabbit's gonna wuss out?
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, you yellow.
I am so yellow. I look like Big Bird. Like I said, the flavor's not bad. It's just really strong. You got Zippy over here eating it all the time.
Come on, Rabbit.
That's gross.
Come on.
Just looking at that tar is gross. I'm not eating it. Oh, someone booted him.
Come on. Come on, Rabbit.
Sorry, Rabbit stepped away.
Oh, man.
That is gross.
Oh no! I can't believe it.
That is disgusting.
Listen, there's nothing wrong
Looking for more.
Bro,
with a bit of marmite.
you're gonna shit like a goose. That's a lot of yeast.
That's how you test marmite, man.
Well, it's a big difference when you grow up eating it.
Damn straight, man. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
See, you're sitting there
You know
pushing
what
about with that
you
marmite.
add your vape juice to your marmite.
Say again.
You need to find a vape juice that complements the marmite.
There is nothing that complements the marmite.
Mm. Mm.
Like, that made my stomach hurt. Dude,
I'm gonna do it properly, man.
dude, that was plenty. I got like a half a spoonful out of there. Look at that.
What do you reckon it's like, man? You literally tickled your taste buds with that.
No, that shit is too strong. I'm not doing it.
What do you like, man?
Look at all these people in the chat. They're like, "Bleh, gross." Gross. Ugh.
You're gonna do it properly.
No, man, I can't believe you did that, Zippy.
Why not? Hey, don't come on this show and call me out, man.
That's disgusting.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, not today. Not today, Satan.
Andy's been out and been sick.
No,
It looks like it.
I just made a cup of tea. I don't know. I didn't catch any of that. So
I had 2 spoonfuls.
Andy had to go make sure he didn't have any Marmite in the house.
yeah, no, I've got marmite, but it's strictly for making gravy.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not eating it.
He's got marmite.
How you doing, Ryan? Oh,
Keep going.
with beef or cheese vape juice. Yeah, do you know what? Like, people do that. They have like marmite and cheese sandwiches. That's like something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know, people like that. Me, I'd rather have a bit of pickle with, you know, if I was going to have cheese.
Oh, yeah, man.
Cheese and onion, bit of raw onion in there. That's a real sandwich.
Hey, you could do a pickled onion chip and dip
Yeah.
it in Marmite.
That goes really well in a cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to laugh? You know that package I sent you,
Tonight.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There was going to be a tin of beans in it. I was sending a tin of beans. I got to the thing, they were like, yeah, 38 quid to post. They went, can you take some out? It was only like 2 kilos, one. And I thought, the only thing I can take out is the beans, man. 17 quid to send it. So it would have been £21 to send a tin of beans.
Yeah, it's 'cause
I think we got beans over here, so we're good.
Yeah, but are they the same as ours? Well,
You got to find things,
everything that
man.
you've got over there, we've got a slightly watered down version off over here. I think, like
Yeah.
it's one of them things.
Branston pickle. That'll be the next one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Branston pickle. I love that ham and pickle sandwich.
I'm sending some stuff over there next.
He's already thinking of the greatest thing.
I'm working on the next package, man.
Yeah, me and Kate are trying to find some things that are
I'm working on the package as well.
like our version of y'all stuff.
Yeah.
But I gotta admit, this is the best dark chocolate I've ever eaten.
Told you, man.
Thornville is
It
good.
is really nice
But you
chocolate.
didn't send him any crunchies, so
Yeah,
I'll get crunchies on the next one.
ask Pat about the crunchies, Nate. Honestly, he loves them, doesn't he? Because his mum used to work in England over here, or a company or something,
Yeah.
so he used to get loads of them.
It's all good, man.
And he had a whole box, didn't he, at Expo a couple of years back? He literally
Yeah, he
went
made
to the
somebody
shop
go out
and
and buy
bought a whole box, like off the shelf. He was like, yeah, thank you.
Didn't we send out for them?
Can't remember. I can't.
I'm sure he sent somebody out for him. Somebody
remember
gave him one.
getting bit by spiders and stuff, I think, at that point.
Yeah, dark chocolate bounty, man. I like anything with dark chocolate.
Bounty.
I like it, don't I?
Honestly, that coconut. I love coconut, but that bounty. It's
Do y'all want to see a picture of my?
Crumpet.
crumpet. Nice.
Oh, whoa. Vinny,
What?
please put an S on the end of that.
On what? Crumpet.
Sees a picture of a young bird and he's like, yeah, crumpet.
Crumpet.
Yeah, crumpet's like another English word, sort of phrase for a woman. Like, if you get what I mean.
How dare you? She's only.
I know
Behave
exactly.
yourself, Vinny.
Zippy, you always
Vinny
have
outed on live YouTube.
to go there.
We'll have the hunters after him.
Public road.
And not freebie ones.
They're great. They are the ones that do that. That's so fucking funny.
All right.
It's sick, but it has to be done.
He's going for the curly whirly.
I'm gonna try the curly whirly.
Going for a curly whirly, another phrase for something else in the UK.
Oh, yeah, John Whitaker, that Jamaican dark chocolate. Oh, what was that called?
I don't know, but I know I love Jamaican gingerbread. Oh, love that shit. Absolutely love it.
Oh, I like the
old
whirly.
Jamaican chocolate.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to try and get some.
that Jamaican gingerbread.
The whirly's very
I'll tell you
similar
what I like.
chomp.
To the chomp, yeah,
Yeah.
they are. They are.
Andy,
Just a
you
little-
ever had the buller cake?
the what?
The buller cake.
No.
It's like a ginger, like flat bread. Bang
Yeah.
on, man.
The Jamaican ginger one's a lot like a malt loaf, or needs a Mr. Whippy.
How are we going to get Mr. Whippy? How the
Yeah.
hell are we going to get that there?
No, I think he's talking about going and having a Mr. Whippy, hasn't he?
Again, that means something else.
Yeah. I think we should change Zippy's name to that, Mr. Whippy, instead of
What? What are you saying?
Zips Whipped.
That's a
Zip
good
whips,
one,
yeah,
isn't it?
man.
Zip Switch.
Zips Knits. Right, now, before I get too
Hey,
stupid.
lads. Any news on this calendar yet?
Moobs and tubes.
Yeah, man.
Well,
It seems there's a demand.
I don't really have moves, so I can't really join in on that. Unfortunately, I don't think you really do either, Zippy. That's not even a chest. That's just the front to your fucking back, mate. Do you know what I mean? Last time I seen a chest that far sunken, it was on the fucking Titanic.
You're nasty.
Literally, you have pirates fighting over who's going to get into Zippy's chest first.
Who's getting the booty?
English bacon. Yeah, I got the curly whirly reference, bro. Don't worry, I got you, Nick. I got you. English bacon. Well, it's funny that most of the bacon that we eat in England comes from Denmark.
Yeah.
You know, and like lamb is the most expensive meat in the UK, but most of our lamb comes from New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah, because most of our lamb we export to the rest of the world.
No plugging.
Strange.
No plugging.
Yeah, that's something you need to try. You need to try black pudding.
Yeah, man.
You need to have a proper English breakfast, right?
I'll
Proper
send him
English
some black
breakfast.
pudding, man. I'll
Black
send him
pudding.
some black pudding.
It's basically dry. It's basically
Hang on.
It just tastes so nice.
We've got to distinguish here, right? Their idea of black pudding is like a chocolate sponge.
Right, yeah.
Am I right? Yeah?
Yeah. No.
Forget all of that.
This is like a sausage, right? This is like a sausage that's made out of fat and pig's blood.
I like eating it raw, man.
Blood
Yeah.
sausage.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a blood sausage, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. You either have white pudding or black pudding. Black pudding is my favourite. Is my preference.
Yeah.
Black pudding, blood, fat, sawdust, everything. Literally anything they've swept up that
Once
day.
you go black, you'll never go back. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
gorgeous. I love black pudding.
Yeah.
Do you
I
eat
love
it raw?
Huh?
No, I cook it.
See, I prefer it raw.
Yeah, I can eat it cold, like just straight up. It's already cooked. So
Yeah, just snap the end off, man, and just yam down.
I've never tried that. I've never actually tried it cold.
Try it, man.
it is nice.
I've got some in the fridge, actually.
Go get some.
No.
Black pudding.
Show Rabbit. Go get some.
You either like it or you don't. You know, it's like it's one of them.
Come on.
I'm
Rabbit,
not eating it.
you are.
I'm
Vinny's getting his black pudding out for you.
Watch out now! We put out a big black mamba.
Nah, this is Vinny. It's probably one of the little ones.
Yeah.
He's got to eat some. He's never eaten it raw, so now could be the time.
What's he do? What's he done? Gone to fucking co-op to get it or what?
I don't know. How big's his kitchen?
No. How far away is his? Well, I suppose he is in the local public toilet, so he's got to make his way back.
Yeah,
up.
I've noticed he's upgraded the commode.
John there, out the toilet, past the gazebo into the kitchen.
He's never going to live that gazebo comment down.
No, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. Absolutely. I don't know what was more funny, the comment or Vinny's reaction to it. Like, do you know what I mean? I was
All I
like,
could hear when he was laughing.
Yeah.
It's when he was doing that grunting, man. It was like listening to fucking Chewbacca going off on one.
I got a mate, right, and he snores really bad. Now, the only reason I know this, he stayed over at my other friend's house, and he's got a couple of grey parrots, yeah? You put the cover over the bird cage at night, you know, and the parrots go to sleep
Right.
and stuff. And my mate Kenroy,
Full screen on Vinny.
like,
Full screen on Vinny.
and oh, there it
Oh,
is.
he's got that stuff,
No,
man.
he's got the slice stuff, not the product.
Right,
Yeah.
Vinny, open it up. You've got to eat
Hey,
one.
it's a good one.
Yeah.
Come on, eat one.
I wanna
No
see you
chance.
eat that like an Oreo.
Come on, eat one. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He's just trying to pretend that he's not, like, you know, really tempted.
Yeah, he looked
Come
at
on,
it
Vinny.
starving.
It's Zippy, innit, Nick?
I've got to eat.
It's Zippy, innit? Zippy's the phantom wanker.
Yep.
I can't
If
open
you
it.
want a job, if you want a job doing, do it yourself.
Yeah, damn right. If you sit on your hand for a little while first,
Blind man's club.
Stranger.
stop that there.
The stranger.
It won't open.
Yes, it will, Vinny.
It is, Lucy. You are 100% right. Black pudding is the fucking shit. It is the bomb. I love that stuff.
I can't get in it.
Yeah.
No
Juice.
fried breakfast is complete. And this is where you actually realise that all the pictures of Rabbit, it's not Snapchat filters. He actually does own all these masks and stuff.
Fact. Fact. I don't use Snapchat filters at all.
Come on, man. What are we saying?
I agree, mate. I've always thought it was Chris because he's always got a fucking fan blowing on him. He's always got a fan blowing on him because we actually make him wear a t-shirt, which is, you know, like, so, you know, it gets very hot because Chris is not used to wearing clothes. He just wanders around in his budgie smugglers, you know, and if we didn't say to him, you know, Chris, it's not very appropriate for you to be.
Let's see you eat it. Yeah, rabbit.
It's not going to make me die, is it?
Rabbit looks like he's ready to go out and purge.
Just bite it.
Eat it.
Eat it.
Like it's an Oreo.
Eat it.
Proper mouthful.
It looks like
I
a
can't
meat
believe you lot are so fucking stupid. You do this shit that he tells you to do. I mean, like,
It looks like a meat cookie.
Yeah, come on, and the rest. Come on, get it in.
Meat cookie?
No, it's black pudding.
it's black
Raw.
pudding.
Pudding is sweet and creamy.
No. This is proper, mate.
No.
Andy, explain to Rabbit what.
Right, okay,
pudding
it's
is.
just, yeah, like black pudding is just this blood sausage, is like made with pig's blood and fat and stuff like that. And then I don't know why it's actually called a pudding, but we also have Yorkshire pudding as well with our roast dinner. So it's not strictly like a pudding. Is like you know, can be a dessert or whatever. But yeah, it's like it's literally it's just a word that we use, you know, like Yorkshire pudding. It's not a pudding.
I don't get these people who eat Yorkshire pudding with sugar on and shit like that, man.
Oh, no. If you have Yorkshire pudding with ice cream and sugar on it, it's really fucking nice. Yeah, it's actually really nice.
So what spotted dick?
Yeah, spotted dick. Yeah, I can't beat a bit of spotted
That's
dick.
not altogether different.
Took me ages to get rid of it last time, though. Those fucking antibiotics are wearing off.
Exactly.
The problem with not frying it, the fat's hard in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nicer when it's raw, man.
Better cooked.
Nah.
Guess what I'm having tomorrow?
Oh, you got some news.
No, go on then.
Out with it.
That means vaping.
It's not going to be long. It's not going to be long before this is hitting the shelves.
Nice. I do like the
And
design.
there's two versions as well.
Vinny, are you choking on that black sausage again?
Yeah.
He's always choking on a sausage.
Always a black sausage.
Sausage swallow.
It's not choking, it's his gag reflex.
Yeah, it's not as nice as it is frying.
Yeah, because you got a fried egg to dip it in, and a bit of like that's what I like. Black pudding is like you get a bit of everything on the fork, bit of black pudding on there, and in your mouth a whole lot, and yeah, it's nice. It's kind of like with me, like I like olives on like a pizza, or you know, but I can't sit there and eat a whole olive on its own. You know, it just tastes horrible to me. But you know, or you know, in a salad or something. Hashtag glory hole, yeah.
He's in the right space.
Where the big black sausage came from was through Vinny's glory hole.
Yeah.
That's what happened there.
Why did I eat that?
Because Zippy's told you to, and you felt compelled to do it because you're a weak-minded person.
Well, Rabbit munched on the marmite, so I thought I'd do that. But
no. I did it as well.
Yeah, but you like it.
Yeah, you like it, you weirdo.
Yeah, that's like a fucking character flaw.
That's a serious character.
I can just imagine Zippy with a fucking slice of black pudding, spreading Marmite on it. And yeah, peer pressure. Vinny is
No. Peer pressure would suggest he has friends.
Or that we're his peers.
I can make him do anything.
No, I'm not being funny, but this kind of banter is not just for the benefit of the show. This is what we're like all the time in real life.
I just take the piss.
Yeah.
I ain't here because I'm a vapor or anything else. I just take the piss.
Yeah, we constantly tell each other to fuck off.
Yeah.
That's just regular. That's love.
It's all good.
Especially the orangutan who's not on.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
No.
What, right turn cry? Whip!
You need to stop. You need to stop bullying him, Vinny.
Hold on. Hold on a minute. I thought we were just missing Otaku.
Hot kettle.
I told you, I don't bully, man. I'm just sarcastic with the truth.
Got it.
For fuck's sake.
I'm just an arsehole and just say whatever I feel like.
Hang on. Yeah, I know 3 of you on a semi-personal level. Yeah, man.
That sounds a bit.
That sounds a bit.
Someone say semi.
He's always been half and half, as our Nick.
Yeah.
You okay now, Vinny?
Yeah, I think my throat's fucking working out.
You start talking pod systems and Vinny has a shit fit.
So, we haven't discussed it this week yet, but what's the state of affairs over in the good old US of A, Rabbit? What's going on this week with the vaping?
Actually, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, honestly.
Did something happen in New Jersey? If they banned, is something come from New Jersey?
That was a few weeks ago. I think we talked about it last week. This week has been pretty quiet. It's just been basically everybody talking about what they're doing to prepare for the PMTAs.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of in limbo, trying to figure out what we're going to do for that.
I've seen a couple of stories coming out with regards to some of these die-hard anti-vapors actually coming clean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Like the whole double lung implant kid who admitted that he was
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
in the black market. No, Alex, Trump has not been impeached.
And he's not going to be impeached.
And it's not going to
that's
happen.
just a load of bullshit.
No,
Right?
no, if I can do it.
Okay, so he hasn't been impeached yet.
What
Even
did you
though they haven't sent it over to the fucking Senate or whatever. So he hasn't been impeached, right?
Well, they basically proven all the shit they tried to use to impeach him was bullcrap.
I mean, look, let's be honest. I mean, even if he was impeached, Clinton got impeached. And who was the other one? Was it
Clinton did, didn't he?
Yeah, Clinton.
Clinton did.
Yeah, Clinton did. Yeah, for blowjobs gate. He got impeached over that. And who was the other? Is it Ford? Was it Ford that got impeached as well? There was another president that got impeached.
Carter, wasn't it? Was it Carter?
Maybe. I don't
I
know.
can't remember. It was a long
I know
time.
that it's Clinton and one other that got impeached. But if the impeachment does go through, I honestly believe Trump will get re-elected next year. I honestly believe that, right?
Yeah,
so,
I think he will.
if he does get impeached, he'll be the first president to be re-elected after being impeached, if that makes sense. Which says a lot about the whole process.
Yeah, it'll definitely happen. If he gets impeached, if it does go through, then he'll end up being reelected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of negativities about Trump, but he's done wonders for the economy over there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Technically, yeah. All the jobs are up. Minority jobs are up. Pay increases are up. There's a lot of positive things. It's just kind of like any president, honestly. Like half are gonna hate him and half are gonna love him. Like welcome to America, like home of democracy.
Yeah, that's the way it is in the UK as well. Like, for every person that agrees or likes the prime minister, you'll get somebody that doesn't, and that's what it's about.
My big thing is I always just stay out of politic talk.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Don't get me started on Brexit.
You start talking about politics, man, you're gonna lose 50% of your friends instantly.
There's no need to talk about Brexit any longer. It's finished. Done.
Yeah, we've done
No.
it.
We may have gone, but we're still there.
Well, yeah, of course, we're still part of Europe, but we're not part of the common market and stuff anymore officially.
Yeah, no, it's from the exchange rate on the
actually-
euro or whatever.
Thanks
Yeah,
a
they
lot.
ratified it and they've agreed. You know, so that's it. It's done. Did anybody see Farage's little speech at the end? Which, you know, I can't stand that guy. I can't fucking stand him. Yeah, you know, he needs shooting with a shit cannon as far as I'm concerned. But his little speech at the end in the European Parliament thing was fucking hilarious, man. You know, when he was saying about it was a failed experiment. You know, my parents signed up to this, that, the other, but they didn't sign up for getting rid of our flag, getting rid of this, that, the other, European army and all this stuff. And yeah, they basically just caused a big ruckus and it was fucking hilarious. You know, as much as I don't like it, yeah, I mean, you're still paying to be in, but like, you know, how many people have divorced someone? They're still paying them fucking alimony or child maintenance. It don't mean you're still married to them. Just because you're still paying them something, it doesn't mean you're still married to them. You know, and that's what we're doing. We're divorcing the EU. So, you know, technically you can say, yeah, we're still paying until this date, but really, Brexit's been passed. That's done.
Well, hey guys, I got to bugger off because my little beautiful 3-year-old is turning 4, and I have to go get him a surprise birthday cake. So I'm gonna take off, but I want to tell everybody I love y'all, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. And we will be back. I will be back next week.
Cool, man. Wish him happy birthday, boys, man.
Yeah,
I will. And I love you
Love
guys.
you, brother.
Y'all need anything? Holler at me.
not
Rabbit.
Marmite.
No marmite.
Bro.
I'm putting it on
Marmite.
toast because of him.
Can you get hold of any gazebos?
Yeah, I got 2 of them at my house. I'm gonna go vape in them. It's a gazebo effect. See y'all.
See you later, man.
Bye, Robert. Cheers, brother.
Yeah. And Nick Bradley Sutton, that was very hilarious. What happens when a fat English bloke sits on a plastic chair? He Brexit. Northerner, because that's how they did Brexit. 'Cause that's how they talk.
Brexit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Sounds like that's how Vinny would say it.
Yeah.
The Happy Birthday Rabbit Jr. So, what other news have we got then? People, anything exciting that anybody knows coming out? Any new stuff?
Oh, murder mods. Have you seen them?
Nope.
Made by our friend Oggy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
They are actually at the expo in London, and they look very, very, very nice. They've done a cracking job.
Well, if it's made by Oggy, then I'm not really surprised because the guy's a bit of a magician. You know, he's very good at what he does. So, you know, anything really that I see him put his name to, you know, that gives me a bit of confidence in it. But
yeah, he's been very public and open in saying that he's making them for the company and he's the manufacturer and everything like that. And they look stunning. They really do look stunning.
yeah, no, that's good. It's nice to see yet again more British made stuff coming through into the mech scene. You know, I don't know about that. It looks a bit like a Dalek of Doctor Who. I don't know.
It does a bit, actually, yeah.
Doesn't it? Exterminate. But yeah, this, I know. I'm like, what's the price point going to be on them, Zippy? Do you know?
It's all being kept hush hush at the minute. All I can say is that they are coming very, 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 very soon.
Quite soon now.
Huh?
Quite soon.
Yeah. We can't tell us
Well,
anything.
no, that's what I've just said. Very,
We
very,
signed the
very,
official
very
secret
soon.
act and working at fucking GCHQ or
Yeah,
something.
man, I've got a gagging order. Non-disclosure, you know how it is. Non-disclosure. We have to have our little secrets.
Yeah, it's got to be done. Some things got to be kept close to your chest. It's got to be done, especially in this industry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I'll
there
say
are
I'm
two.
very impressed with this. Very, very impressed with this.
Is that hug?
No, it's the top side.
Like the top side.
Yeah, the top side SQ. It's actually really good. Quite
They
impressive.
were good. I mean, I've never heard anything bad about them.
No, I mean, for me, the top filling design and the way that they've done this is actually really clever.
Can you get your bottle in all right, Andy? Fill in it.
Yeah.
That one I've reviewed. You actually have to take the RDA off to top fill it because the actual fill hole is too close to the RDA.
That's it.
No, it's a bigger hole, isn't it? It's a much bigger hole than the Geek Vape one. The Geek Vape one's a really tight filling port.
No, this is really good, and the way that the squonk bottles actually slide in and out is also very clever. And rather than on the top side where it sort of goes out at an angle over the top and under the RDA, this actually goes out from the back, goes along a plate there where it's got a little channel in it, and then a tube comes off that and goes round to the 510. You've got like a little tab on here that you can pull, but you've got to take the... Yeah, I'll show you now. You've got to take the filling cap off. There you go, look. That's literally... Oh, I'm being a dick now. Yeah, look. It's got like a little tab on it.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in now, and it literally, you just plop, in it goes. Click it down.
Tap down.
It's really good. You get a bottle with it. I've always had a thing about, I've said this for ages, like, you all know how much I love my squonk mods and everything. And how long have I been banging on about square squonk bottles? Like, I've been using it for so long. And, like...
You got me into them.
It just makes sense. Look, how much of the space that would normally be wasted is actually being used, and you can get more capacity in it. It's just... Yeah,
I think the metal down the sides is a good move because obviously it stops the bulging.
It stops it bulging and pushing the door out, and that's what I mean. Like that, it's a very, very clever design. Let's have a look, see if I can get it. There you go. Look, that's where the port is, where the juice goes in, and it goes through a channel and then comes back out through that tube, and that goes up underneath and through. So it's actually really, really clever design. It's slightly different. Like I say, it's not. They haven't just adopted the same mechanism from the top side original ones. It is a top fin, but they have actually changed some bits so that it does work very, very well within this actual mod housing. And yeah, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, and this, that, the other, because I've always been such a fan of the SQ squonks, and I got this, but I actually like the top side as well. Like, so, it was one of them things that now I've got it. I haven't put it down since I've had it, and it's really, really good. It hits very hard as well. I thought it was, it was going to be a bit tamer than the other ones. Yeah, of course you do. Like the square squonk bottles, you can, on average, if they're the same height, but they're square, you on average get about, 20% more juice in them because it's actually filling out all of that area. I mean, I can't remember what the juice capacity is for this off the top of my head, but with the Kronig 21700, they come as standard with 12 mil square squonk bottles, and you get travel caps for them as well. So you can literally... Like, you can take spare ones out with you in your pocket and just take the bottle out and put a new one in. So, the square bottles, it's nothing new, but I think people are now seeing that it actually makes sense for them to be square when they're going in a square mod. Do you get what I mean? Rather than... Because before...
It maximizes the room in there, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It actually makes a better use of the space inside the mod, because all of the other SQs have got that 3D printed sled in there, and there's none of that in this. Well, there is a little tiny bit that covers there's a little 3D printed piece here that covers some of the contact strip, but
metal on the bottle will avoid needing that, won't it? So it's really quite clever.
That's what I mean. I'm very, very impressed with it. I mean, compared to this, it's like night and day as far as I'm concerned. Like the quality of this, people were saying, the quality's not going to be as good because this, that, the other, and blah, blah, blah. No. And I am here to say that is actually not the case. And that this is, for all wants and purposes, as good as any other SQ that I've owned, but it's got a better fill-in. Do you know what I mean? And it's just got a better design.
The 21700, haven't it?
Yeah, 21700s. The only thing that I will say is that if you put a Molicel P42A in it, these are slightly shorter than 30Ts and 40Ts. Now, this is something, unless you're using a telescopic type design, top hat or like the or something like that, you really need to look at, you know, each individual battery and make sure that that people that use particular type, because it says fits all 21700 batteries. Well, what if you've only got the 42As and you get it?
Is the positive on that slightly indented then by design? Is the top the positive on that Molicel? Is it actually indented slightly then? Actually by design?
It's just perfectly flat. It's just perfectly flat, but it's because, right, okay, although these are called 21700s, they're not actually 7. Do you know what I mean? They're slightly taller and slightly wider than that, you know. So that's just the nearest orientation that they claim to it. So I mean, when you put look, there you go. Look, if you can see, it's only a slight difference in height. Very, very slow. I can't see that.
Yeah, but that makes a difference between contact, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's enough to make a difference with the contact. But yeah, other than that, and that's just a small little gripe. But one other thing is, if you look inside, it's got a locking mechanism. Here.
Yeah, I saw that. It's nice touch.
It's just a little tiny switch. So you turn around, and it just stops it being able to be pushed in. And there you go. Yeah, look, and that's locked now, so you can put that in your pocket, and you've got no worries, you know. And yeah, it's really good, and it doesn't interfere with the actual circuit. Like on the Pulse, that the on-off, you know what I mean, the locking switch, that actually caused quite a bit of voltage drop.
Yeah,
so you know, it was one of them things. Like, this is not interfering with it at all. Yeah, very, very impressed with that. I mean, with the Hog, like I say, like with this, I'm not meaning to be negative or anything, but you know, it just seems very, very, I don't know, gimmicky.
The printing looks second rate. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't care. I think the printing on it looks second rate.
It does. It really does. And, you know, I quite like Vapors Cloud stuff, as you know.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's nothing at all. I'm trying to be negative about the company in particular. But, you know, when I can see bare metal, you know, on a mod that should cost $100, you know, it's got a coating on it and it costs £150. When I see bare metal like that, that makes me question quality control and stuff, you know. Yeah. But, you know, look, not everything's 100% perfect 100% of the time, you know. So it's just one of them things. And I'm pretty sure that if I did say, look, I can see bare metal on this, they'd exchange it for me.
Oh,
right?
they would do.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, their customer service is absolutely brilliant on that side of things, you know. So although that's a little bit of a negative, the good thing is that they will look after you and sort it out, you know, if there is any problems with it. So, you know, but yeah, I just don't see why the 3D printing's so rough. That's all. It's just, it feels very rough and ready, like, you know, just one of them things, I suppose, you know. Not everybody can like every single thing, you know, all the time.
Very true.
It's just one of them things, and no company can bring out a perfect product every time, you know. It's just the way it is.
It is,
you know. So yeah,
right. I think we're about ready to wrap up, fellas. What do you reckon? Or you got something you'd like to say, Zippy? You look like you got something you want to say.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just nicely chilled in my own little gazebo.
Shut up. Well, laughed like that in a long while.
Alex, they don't like that English mustard over there. They like that yellow mustard, you know, like the hot dog mustard.
Hot dog mustard, innit?
Yeah, they like that. Like,
maybe I should send him a tub of Coleman's and get him to try that.
Yeah, send him some Coleman's, proper mustard.
Do you reckon I'll try that on the spoon?
Do you know what's really nice?
Probably.
saying that, it's just reminded me of what was the crisps? Is it Brannigan's? And they were like
Brannigan's and they had the mustard with them, didn't they?
ham and mustard crisps. Oh my god, they're fucking beautiful, mate. Love
Yeah,
it.
they
I
were
couldn't
good.
stand them, man. I can't stand mustard.
Right, everyone send Dippy mustard.
No.
Mustard vape juice. You know what's happening at Expo? I'm going to get fucking mustard from the hot dog stand. Straight in his,
Andy, you doing coils? You back up and running now?
yeah, I will be next week, mate. I will be next week.
Sweet.
Kicking off again on Monday. So
Good, I need
Good.
some.
I need some, man.
I've had a lot going on, and I've just not really been doing too much on that side of things.
That's cool, man.
It's,
That's cool.
yeah, it's everything's upstairs ready to go. I've got to go make a few 1,000 feet of decors tomorrow, which will be amazingly great fun. Talk about, you know, you got to do
I'm
it.
missing my coils, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I like literally. I'm the same. I need to like change some of mine out and stuff, but it's like I say, I haven't had the time lately. I've just had a lot of things going on, so I thought to myself, it's not worth doing it half-heartedly, if you know what I mean. This
That's cool, man.
he's just farted. But yeah, I used to get that put in my mouth for swearing when I was a kid. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a bit fucking strong, isn't it?
Right, say goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, right. Catch you all later. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, drop a like and subscribe.
Yeah. Thanks,
There it
everyone.
is. This is where Vinny fucks up the end now.
Damn right it is.
Let's watch. Here we are again.
And we're still
He dropped the ball. Who are you? Who are you? Certainly not.